An African-American-born slave, Isabella Free, also known today as Sojourner Truth, in her speech, "Ain't I a Woman?" argues against society's treatment of African American women. The speech was given on May 29, 1851, in Akron, Ohio. Upon researching the speech, the article "Sojourner's Words and Music" disclosed that both the context and the syntax of the speech are known to be altered to fit with the Southern dialect 12 years later by Francis Gage, who was the president of the convention. The article further magnifies she put the speech in Southern dialect, but Sojourner never lived in the South, and if anything would have had a Dutch accent, as Dutch was her first language. This article discusses how, although put together by the people at the convention after it was presented, the speech still had a strong effect on not just women's rights, but also, as stated in another article, who was Sojourner Truth, broadened the definition of reformer beyond the white, educated, middle-class women who primarily made up the women's movement.
Women's rights activist Sojourner Truth addresses the unfair treatment of African Americans, women in particular, while maintaining an informative and truthful tone throughout the text. Truth intended to illustrate the importance of black women in society. She wanted to push the concept that though they are African American, women deserve to be treated with the same respect that is given to Caucasian women. Truth's speech was angled toward Caucasians as they were the main cause of these injustices.
Juxtaposition can be seen in the introduction of the speech when Truth states, "The Negroes of the South and the women of the North." This quote shows strong contrast between the two to illustrate how considerably different they truly are and how society treats them. By showing the separation, it gives way for her to show how we may come together. The use of isocolon as well can be seen in the speech. That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. This isocolon as well shows contrast between the two races, illustrating how remarkably different society treats the both of them. Truth then uses a rhetorical question as well as vernacular and repetition following this. "And ain't I a woman? Look at me, look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could heed me. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as a man when I could get it, and bear the last as well." Truth then continues to repeat this phrase after this, showing the true importance of what she's saying. She shows significance with the fact that she is too a woman, so why is she not treated with the same sense as white women? Truth finally uses pathos to appeal to the religious beliefs of those listening, and along with this, creates an allusion to the biblical tale of Adam and Eve. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. Truth is seen pushing the idea that if one woman was capable of such an act all those years ago, the multitude of African American women in the country should be more than capable of doing the same.
The author used many strategies throughout the text to illustrate the importance of equality between African American and Caucasian women. Her speech is an effective call to action for these women, filled with empowerment and wise words. Each individual strategy emphasizes her purpose, giving more meaning to her words and how they are applied to life. The speech itself is applicable still today and can be referenced when looking to push equality between other groups of people now.
Created using Powtoon.